Let's talk about Zilliqa and we'll do some price analysis. Hello and welcome to Operation Crypto and welcome to today's video. Please make sure you do like this video and subscribe to my channel and you will get notified when I'm pushing out new videos, usually between 3 to 5 times a week. So we are going to be talking about Zilliqa today. We'll have a look at some of the key statistics, what's been going on recently. We'll have a look at those all-time highs and then we'll jump over to the charts and we'll do a bit of price analysis to where I think the price could go in the future, and if, for example, we get a market dump where you could buy. Hopefully we don't get too much of a dump because I'm fully loaded now. So let's jump over to CoinMarketCap and let's start talking about some of the key statistics of the network. So Zilliqa, which is ticker ZIL, is currently ranked 64 out of all cryptocurrencies that we have listed on CoinMarketCap. And today we have a coin price of $0.017845. So you could call that 1.7 cents. We have been a little bit higher in the last coming weeks, but last week was a little bit ropey for crypto and things did move down a fair bit. So as you can see, we have a total supply of 13.8 billion Zilliqa, and out of those in circulation we have 10.5 billion. Currently, the staking was launched last week and we have around 2 billion of those already locked up in staking. So in a long-term perspective, that's good for a price. People will be starting to lock more up as time goes on and we realise that staking is a way ahead. Currently it's around a 40% APY, which is absolutely massive, and from that you do get Zilliqa and ZIL, but we will talk about in another video later on this week. Currently we're getting a 24-hour volume of $19 million. And the market cap today, which is the 19th of October 2020, is $188 million, just shy there. If we look over to market pairs where we're getting most of the trading volume, and as you would expect, Binance is the top dog there. Against Tether, we are getting 14% of the overall volume against Tether. We're getting a further, what you could call it, 3% against BTC, USD, BUSD there. So we're getting around what we could call it about 18% of the entire market volume over on Binance. We have on other exchanges, obviously. It's quite an easy to get hold of CoinMarketCap. If you want some Zilliqa, we have 114 recognised pairs, so that's a lot. And as you can see, a lot of the big exchanges with the more well-known ones are listing Zilliqa. We've got OKX, BKX, Bitmax, HitBTC, a lot of the more well-known exchanges. There's some on there that I've not heard of before, but new exchanges coming out every day, so we can't help that. One main thing before I jump over to the charts is the all-time highs, which I'm very interested in finding out, is 23 cents, and that happened in May of 2018, which is quite a strange time really, because a lot of crypto is in the top 100. Pretty much any crypto what was around back in 2017 bull run hit all-time highs in around December 17 to January 18. So this hit it a few months later, which is, it makes it quite unique in my opinion. I do think that the possibilities to go up there are in no shadow of doubt. I do think them all-time highs will be broken at some point, but let's have a look at the charts now. We'll mark up the key areas of support and resistance, see if we can get any buy orders in at lower levels than we are now, and have a look at where the price could go in the future. Here we have Zilliqa versus Tether. This is a monthly time frame on Binance. I just want to start off by marking a couple of levels if we have any. And then we'll drop down to weekly, daily and do a bit of a further analysis there. I always use Tether to trade in. Personally, I don't trade in BTC. I just find it a bit easier to work out in dollars. So what I want to do is first up by just marking a couple of areas of support and resistance, and obviously the monthly time frame. And what I like to do is look for 2 touches of wick. So you can see 2 wicks here. We rejected a area twice, and that for me confirms a valid area of monthly, which will be support at some point in the future. Let's just see if we can get a couple more. There's none in between here. We seem to have one around there, which is a good level. You can use boxes for this. I mean, for example, if I used a box method here, I would catch that wick, that wick, that wick, and that wick. But I just pretend I like to do things a little bit more accurate. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing it box method. You could catch all those wicks really there in that same monthly area, but I just prefer to do it like this. Let's just see if we've got any more. you could say we've got a level there as well. So that's three areas there that we have of monthly, what we could call support here and resistance up here around the 2170. You can see we pushed through and then we rejected straight out of the area. So it was quite a strong area of resistance, that. So that's the monthly sorted. Let's drop into the weekly time frame. See if we can get a few more on here. First up, you can see one there. As you can look at this wick here, we rejected off the area, come our way through, rejected off it again, and rejected off it twice there. So that's a massive level at 2.6 cent. We'll change that to the weekly. Weeklies are in purple, monthlies are in blues. Let's see if we can get a couple more down here. There's obviously one there. Rejected off the area twice. Let's just see if we've got any more at these lower levels in case, unfortunately, we do shit the bed and drop down. And we've got one up there. We rejected off the area, rejected off it again and bounced off it there. I think that will do it. Looks like we've got enough levels in there. I mean, you could start putting some low, but unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, I do not think the price is going to go down there. I mean, we'll mark that one up. That is, I'd say that if it ever unfortunately dumps due to Bitcoin, then that would be the lowest level. We've bounced off the area so many times there. So, as you can see, we have a bit of market structure in place there. And let's drop into the daily time frame. And this is where I'm going to do pretty much most of the work and eye up some key buying areas. First of all, I want to go back in time a little bit to the 13th of March, which was here. And back when Bitcoin had a 57% retracement. And unfortunately, all altcoins followed. If you look at this wick here, we've ever from, I mean, 0.009, we dropped all the way down to 0.002. And unfortunately, I didn't buy any around there. It's a shame really, because it'd have been absolutely loaded by now, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, and I still do think that these prices are good entry points in my opinion. So let's just have a look what happened on that day. If we just look at a price range from this bottom wick here all the way up to the top, which was, when was that? 11th of June, you could call that the yearly highs, and we did a 1255% price raise, which is, it's absolutely massive. If you consider looking at stocks, nothing like that happens in stocks. And cryptocurrency, you do get some big moves. And that is a big move, but it's still got a long way to go in my opinion. So 1200% just for starters, I'm saying. But yeah, what I'm going to do is look at some potential entry points here. And what I do, I use the Fibonacci. And I look at the previous lows to the previous highs. So what I do is look at the closed body down here. If you can see, we've got a double bottom. I'll just zoom right in for you in case you can't see it. So here we had a double bottom. And that's where I'll take the Fibonacci from. And I'll take it all the way up to the double top that we had there. That was the height of the move. I don't count the wicks because sometimes I just feel they're a little bit inaccurate. And people are just shooting up to specific prices, and it's not exactly, like say, accurate. So what I want to do is take Fibonacci from that bottom move, click there, drag it all the way up, make sure my number's on my right hand side, and finish it off on that double top. So if I'm looking to invest in something which has done quite a significant move up, I usually look at the 618 retracement level, and we've kind of already been there, and we've shot back up, and we've currently sat at the 38% level. So in my opinion, that could have been a good area to buy down there. So we may have missed it, we may have not. Things might turn sour again in cryptocurrency market. I mean, with all that's going on at the minute, we've got a global pandemic that's going on. Economies are struggling now. The hospitality sector has been absolutely hammered. People are not going out as much as they used to do, not spending their money. Printer has been printing off money pretty much that we do not have. The stimulus checks are just basically from printing money, and the same is happening all over the world. Same in the UK, same in Europe. The governments are just printing off money at will, and eventually that will, in my opinion, start to take some effect on the markets, which will come down into cryptocurrency. So I do think that there's a potential drop at some point. If not, it doesn't matter. Personally, I hold Zilliqa, and I do think that you should have some Zilliqa in your portfolio. Even if it drops, then pull some money out somewhere else and just dollar cost average down. So in my opinion, I do think this could be a good area to buy Zilliqa if we get a drop. If for some reason it does start dropping further, then look at these weekly and monthly support levels and set some orders in there. In my opinion, I don't think it's going to happen, but the chances are quite likely. So that is my buy zone. I'm going to buy some more Zilliqa there if we do come down to here. Personally, I mean, we could bounce right up here. As you can see, we've been honouring this 38% retracement level quite well. What I want to do is put my MAs on as well, my moving averages. I use the 30 M8. And usually what happens is when you get the 8 going through the 30, you would expect a dump and vice versa. If you look through there, the 8 went up through the 30 and we had to have a bit of pump, but it looks like it's forming a bit of a cross here. I mean, if this comes down and the 8 goes back down through the 30, then you could expect that we're going to drop down and potentially go down to this monthly level of support. If we break that, then it is this level, unfortunately. But also I want to put on the Hitman indicator. This works out when there's a change in market momentum and it is currently bullish. And that happened pretty much close to that cross that we had there. So the chances are this could be coming just down for a little retracement and then bounce back up. But if it doesn't, we will get a bearish indicator like we did here. Pop up around this point. If it does and starts coming down in here, then happy days. Fill those bags and just hold for dear life, because I think this project's going to be big in the future. Let's just get rid of those. Let's have a look at what I think could happen in the future with regards to price prediction. What I didn't do is mark up the all-time highs because the Binance chart wasn't available back then, so we don't quite have the data. But I just want to mark up 23 cent, which was the all-time high, and that will give us a good point to aim at in the future. So 23 cent, I'm not sure exactly the specific numbers, but it was around 23 cent. We'll mark it up, all-time highs. And wonder where we are in terms of price movement from there. So if we look, again, we'll use the discovery tool here for price, and we're currently at that price now. To all-time highs, we are 1,162%. That's not a massive move. We've already done that, and in my opinion, that will happen again. First major target though is obviously breaking that 10 cent barrier. And I do think that will happen. In fact, even 5 cent. I think 5 cent will be the first major point. We're currently, we've been up to, where was it high? We've been up to 3 cents. So I do think 5 cent would be a good target. And that's when I will carry out the next video on Zilliqa. So the next move is there. That's my first target. Once we get to that target, I will reevaluate this video and have a look where we could potentially go from there. But I think that is a major target to hit first. Once we hit that, we will hit that. I'm not going to say it's guaranteed, but in my opinion, over the next 12 months, we will hit that. With all that's going on in the project, it's solid. We've got farming coming up soon with ZIL swap. We've got staking going currently on. People are staking and receiving ZIL rewards, which is we don't know exactly how much they're going to be worth in the future. So that is analysis on Tether. Potential buy zones down here if the market turns a bit sour. The chances are quite high, unfortunately. Nothing against Zilliqa, but that's just what can happen in the markets. Things can just drop. And then once we start pushing up and breaking these levels, flipping these areas to support, then 5 cent is my first target. Once we get to there, I will reevaluate the video and go further into some more analysis. What I want to do is just bang the BTC chart up and have a look at where you could potentially buy in. Have I got that chart up before? Let's have a look. Possibly somewhere. Got how many charts on here? I need to get rid of some really. Tell you what, we'll put on a different one. BTC. Use a Bittrex one. I've not got one on before. So here we go. Again, I just want to have a look at this as a price perspective, as in where you could potentially buy. I'll take that move up to there. Just bring that onto a double top. So if you are looking to enter on BTC and a Satoshi value, a 618 level, like I say, we've already been there. But if you want to buy in BTC value, we're talking 141 sats. Well, pretty much anywhere from here, 130 sats all the way up to 150 sats would, in my opinion, be a good area to buy in. Personally, I'm not a Satoshi trader. I trade in Tether because I'm pretty much thick as fuck and I can understand Tether a little bit more, and it's what I do. So I think that will wrap it up for today's video. That is an insight into where you could potentially buy and my first target for the the next 6 to 12 months. Hopefully we can break that sooner and I can reevaluate this video, because it is one of my favourite holds. So thank you very much for listening. Please make sure you do like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you next time.